Today I'm going to show you how to make a magnetic mount for your camera. And I can't show you the camera that I'm going to use because I'm currently recording with it. If your camera has a 1/4 inch hole, it is going to be 1/4 inch 20 or 1/4 inch coarse threads. It's not going to be 1/4 inch fine threads. You'll strip it out. It has to be 1/4 inch coarse thread, which is 1/4 inch 20. And this is true for, basically any camera on the market. These are a standardized size. Everything from like a Canon XLR all the way up to like a Flip or a GoPro. All cameras have 1/4 inch. As far as I know, there might be some oddballs out there, but for the most part, it's an industry standard 1/4 inch. So I'm going to be following the video that I originally saw on a channel called Bullshit Corner with a K. He is a Jeep enthusiast, so if you have a Jeep, definitely want to check him out. If you're a Jeep enthusiast and you're familiar with the Pabst boys, you should also be familiar with Bullshit Corner. He's the real deal. He's about as real as they come on YouTube, in my opinion. He's a real dude. What you do is you order a welder's clamp from Amazon or wherever you would like, one that has a really heavy magnetic base to it, and I'll put the link in the description for where to purchase these two. It's going to be the same exact place as Bullshit Corner because I follow Bullshit Corners. So he posted links for these, I purchased them, and I'm going to show you how to do it and give you a little tip for how to possibly improve it. First thing we want to do when you get this is remove this hardware. It's kind of tough because it's magnetic. I disassembled it when I got it, so I probably put it back together wrong from how it comes packaged. This is basically all you want. You want this big ass magnet, and you want the washers. These two silver washers. You can get rid of this stuff. Don't need this stuff. So set that out of the way, and basically what you do, put your little nut on there. This barely this barely makes it. I probably want to select a better washer, but for the time being, just to show you, just to demonstrate. Wow, it really wants to grip onto that screw, huh? Just getting it through there is tough. Look at that. That's probably why he didn't record that part. That's a pain in the ass. Okay, so you got your washer on the other side. Screw this down. And my screw is too long, so I'm going to have to grind this screw down to be a little shorter, or bolt, whatever. As you can see, there is quite a large gap in here, and basically the only gap that you need is about the size of 3 washers. I could hacksaw this, I could Dremel this bolt and cut it. Probably only need about half of this length. And this was the shortest screw they had at the hardware store. Probably a 1-inch screw. Probably only need half of that, so I'm going to cut it. Got my safety glasses. No, it's not the best looking job, but it should do the job. And now we're down to that size, so it kind of works out. I think that's going to work. Because this magnet is so strong, it wants to pull the bolt up against one side and not cross thread it. Easier said than done. Okay, so that's about as tight as I'm going to get it by hand. So now I could probably put a socket on there and tighten that down even more. And here's the mount. It swivels. And to tighten it, you just go over a little bit, and that is good and tight, not going anywhere. So usage, obviously. Why is this useful over something like my GorillaPod? I have a GorillaPod. This is my mainstay for just about all my close quarters filming. These two mounts are really good for automotive uses. Get you into really tight spots. Also only good for pocket recorders, really small iPhone style pocket recorders, which I have. These will not work with Sony Handycams or larger. They're just too much weight for this to hold up. But a little pocket recorder, no problem. Same thing with this. Little pocket recorder, GoPro, whatever, will hold that just fine. This is a serious magnet. You can see all my Rock Auto stickers from ordering so much stuff from Rock Auto. So here's the mount. I cannot get that off just by going like this. I have to slide it. Slide that up. That's a serious magnet. One idea I had to perhaps improve this is put a little gooseneck snake on here, because I like the flexibility of my tripod, of my GorillaPod. I love how these things will flex around just about anything I need. To combine that with this, basically you would use a gooseneck, 1/4 inch. Remember, we have to have a 1/4 inch. The only one I could find on Amazon that was cheap enough would be about $10, and it's only 1/4 inch on one of the legs. So you would get a 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapter so that you could screw onto this. Your camera would attach right here, and you would have a gooseneck. So not only could you swivel this, probably call that 180 degrees of field of view, because you can't point it down. But with a gooseneck, you could angle your camera to look down, depending on your use. So why are these really good for automotive use? Well, if you're underneath of a car, under the chassis, there's really not a lot of places to put these. The fuel tank is going to be metal. It's going to be protected by a metal shield. You've got tons of chassis bars, trailing arms, you name it. So most of the things under the car are going to be metal. And a lot of times, if you're working right in the middle of the car, there's no place to hook something like this up. But there's always something metal to grab onto. So pop this on the underside of your car, and then you can direct your camera to wherever you want and film it, and then invert the video upside down so that it looks normal to the viewer. I thought that was a really great idea, a great cheap project to get yourself a magnetic mount. Kudos to Bullshit Corner. Everybody go check him out. He's got some great videos, great ideas. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Go film.